Hi students, this is Navin Kumar Bidodmani. Today I am here to discuss with you the lesson A Hero. So before understanding the lesson, it is necessary for us to know about the author. So this lesson was authored by great novelist called R.K. Narayan. So let us know about the author. R.K. Narayan is widely considered to be one of the greatest Indian English novelists. He is known for simple and unpretentious writing style. He is best known for his works set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. His works include Swami and His Friends, The Bachelor of Arts, The English Teacher, and The Financial Expert. His novel The Guide was adapted for film and it won the Sahitya Academy Award. He highlights the social content and provides a feel for his characters through everyday life. He was nominated to Rajya Sabha, the upper house of India's parliament. So, with this brief introduction regarding author, let us move on to the lesson. So, before understanding the lesson, it is necessary for us to have the background of the lesson. The lesson A Hero is a story which appears in the novel written by R.K. Narayan called Swami and Friends. The present story that you are going to learn that appears in the novel which was written by R.K. Narayan. Swami and Friends is the first novel written by R.K. Narayan. The story revolves around the 10-year-old schoolboy named Swaminathan. Throughout the novel, he is called as Swami. All the events take place in a fictional town called Malgudi. All the events take place in a fictional town called Malgudi. The present story that you are going to learn that is the part of Malgudi days only. So this lesson explains us how Swami became a hero unexpectedly. Swami became a hero accidentally. Without his knowledge, he became a hero. How he became a hero, that is the gist of this lesson. For better understanding the lesson, I have divided the lesson into 4 units. So in this video, I am taking the first unit. So in this unit, we can learn these listed points: newspaper reports, argument between Swami and his father, habit of Swami, failure of Swami to divert father's attention. These are the points that we can learn from this unit number 1. First, let me take the point number 1, newspaper report. The story itself starts with the newspaper reports. So, before understanding what is newspaper reports, what it did, how it affected the boy, it is the duty of us to know the difficult words and their meanings which appear in this unit. First difficult word is turn, which means change or twist. Look over, which is verb, and that means to quickly examine something or someone. Bravery, that means courage. Lad, the meaning of the word lad is a boy or a young man. Face to face with, is an adverb which means close to something and looking at it. Flight, which is a noun which means act of moving up. Now let us have the first paragraph. For Swami, events took an unexpected turn. Father looked over the newspaper he was reading under the hall lamp and said, Swami, listen to this. News has been received about the bravery of a village lad who, while returning home by the jungle path, came face to face with a tiger. The paragraph described the fight the boy had with the tiger and his flight up the tree where he stayed half a day till some people came that way and killed the tiger. So it is the text which you get in the very beginning of the lesson. Now let's have the explanation regarding this paragraph. So once Swami's father was reading a newspaper under the hall lamp. Swami's father was reading a newspaper under the shadow of hall lamp. He called Swami and told him the reports. It was the news about the bravery of village lad. Father just told the Swami about the bravery of village lad which appeared in the newspaper reports. Next, the boy was returning home by the jungle path. That boy who appeared in the newspaper report was returning home by the jungle road. He saw a tiger very close. He fought with the tiger and climbed up a tree. He stayed at the tree top half day. For half a day he was at the tree top to save himself from the tiger. After some time, few people came and killed the tiger. They saved the boy from the danger. So this was the newspaper report which was told by Swami's father to him. Next point that comes in the first unit is argument between Swami and his father. Difficult words which appear in this content are reading it through. It is a phrasal verb which means reading it from the beginning to end. Grown up, which is adjective that means an adult. Sneer, which means speak in a very unkind way. Coward is a noun that means a person who is too eager to avoid danger, difficulty, or pain. Dispute, which is a verb here, that means to disagree with something that someone says. Prove, that's also a verb which means to show that something is true. Theory, that's a noun here, a formal statement. Let's move on to second paragraph. After reading it through, father looked at Swami fixedly and asked, "What do you say to that?" Swami said, "I think he must have been a very strong and grown-up person, not a boy at all. How could a boy fight a tiger? You think you are wiser than a newspaper?" Father sneered. "A man may have the strength of an elephant and yet be a coward, whereas another may have the strength of a straw, but if he has courage, he can do anything. Courage is everything. Strength and age are not important." Swami disputed the theory. "How can it be, father? Suppose I have all the courage. What could I do if a tiger should attack me? Leave alone strength. Can you prove you have courage? Let me see if you can sleep alone tonight in my office room." That was the challenge or the order given by the Swami's father to Swami at the end of the first unit. Now let's have the explanation. Swami's father asked him to opine about the news. Swami's father asked him to give his opinion about the newspaper reports of a boy. Swami considered that person as a very strong and grown-up person. He didn't accept that person a boy. Swami was unable to accept that person who fought with a tiger as a boy. He asked his father how a boy could fight with a tiger. Father asked Swami whether he was wiser than newspaper. He told Swami that even an elephant-powered man could be a coward. He also opined that less powered man could be a courageous person. He considered courage as everything. According to Swami's father, courage was more important than the strength and age. Swami's father said that the courage was more important than the strength and age. age. Swami didn't accept the theory of his father, he questioned the statement of his father. Swami was not ready to accept what his father was saying. He challenged the statement of his father. He stated that it was very impossible for a boy to fight with a tiger. He was not ready to accept the fact that the boy fought with the tiger. So, according to him, age and strength were more important than courage. He gave less importance to courage and gave more importance to age and strength. His father asked him to leave alone strength and prove his courage by sleeping alone in his office room that night. Finally, the matter ended with the challenge given by the father, or the order given by the father to Swami to sleep alone in his office room that night to prove his courage. Swami's father finally ordered Swami to prove his courage by sleeping alone in his office room that night. Next point that is covered in unit number 3. Unit number 1 is the habit of Swami. Difficult words are frightful, which is the adjective, that means unpleasant or used to emphasize what you are saying, especially how bad something is. Preposition, that is noun, which means suggestion or advice. Passage, which is noun, that means a usually long and narrow part of building with rooms on one or both sides or a covered path which connects places. Trembling, that is adjective here, that means to shake slightly, usually because you are cold and frightened or very emotional. Let's have the text, paragraph number 3. Let me read the text loudly. A frightful preposition, Swami thought. He had always slept beside the granny in the passage, and any change in this arrangement kept him trembling and awake all night. He hoped at first that father was only joking. Father's words looked like a joke to him, for Swami, at the first time. Let's have the explanation. Swami had always slept beside his granny in the passage. Any change in this arrangement kept him trembling and awake all night. He was unable to sleep at night without the presence of his granny beside him. So Swami's habit was to sleep beside his granny in the passage. He was unable to get sleep without the presence of his granny in the passage. That was the habit of Swami. So next point that we can cover here is failure of Swami to divert his father's attention. Swami played several techniques to divert the father's attention and divert the subject. So that is covered here. Again, difficult words which we have to understand before understanding texts are mumble, that is verb here, which means to speak quietly and in a way that is not clear so that the words are difficult to understand. In a simple sense, we can understand the mumble that to speak very quietly and unclear. Next word is great deal, which means a large amount, much. Enthusiasm, that is noun here, a feeling of energetic interest in a particular subject or activity and an eagerness to be involved in. Next word is brand, that is noun here, which means a type of product made by a particular company. Next word is cut in, which is phrasal verb here, which means to interrupt what someone is saying by saying something yourself. Next words are realize, that is verb here, which means to understand a situation, sometimes suddenly. Challenge, that is verb here, which means something needing great mental or physical efforts in order to be done successfully and which therefore tests a person's ability. Command means an order, tenacity, that means determination. Cut in means interrupted at once. Disgraceful, that is adjective, which means very bad. Second form, that means seventh standard during British times. Let us continue with the difficult words. Bring up, brought up. So bring up is present tense, brought up is past tense. That is a phrasal verb here, which means to care for a child until it is an adult, often giving it particular beliefs. Rock, that is verb here, which means to move backwards or forwards or from side to side in a regular way. Cradle, that's noun here, which means a small bed for a baby, especially one that swings from side to side. Hardly, the subject adverb here, which means only, just, almost not. Next word is mean, that means to intend. Now let us have three paragraphs here. Paragraph number 3, 4 and 5. Let me read the paragraphs aloud. He mumbled weakly. Swami mumbled weakly, yes, and tried to change the subject. He said very loudly and with a great deal of enthusiasm, we are going to admit even elders in our cricket club hereafter. We are buying brand new bats and balls. Our captain has asked me to tell you. Fourth paragraph. We'll see about that later. Father continued. It was the reply given by father to Swami's words. You must sleep alone hereafter. Swami realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. From a challenge, it had become a command. He knew his father's tenacity at such moments. From the first of next month, I will sleep alone. Father, no, you must do it now. It's disgraceful sleeping beside granny or mother like a baby. You are in second form and I don't like the way you are being brought up, he said, and looked at his wife, who was rocking the cradle. Why do you look at me while you say it? She asked. I hardly know anything about the boy. No, no, I don't mean you, said father. If you mean your mother is spoiling him, tell her so, and don't look at me, she said and turned away. So here the text has covered the conversation between Swami's mother and Swami's father. Now let's have the explanation. Father's advice seemed like a frightful suggestion for Swami. Father's suggestion of sleeping in the office room alone that night so created fear in the mind of Swami. At first, he considered the words of his father as a joke. For the first time, for Swami, father's words looked like a joke to him. He mumbled yes in a weak voice and tried to change the subject. Swami said clearly yes, and he tried to play tricks to change the subject to divert the attention of his father. He told his father very loudly and enthusiastically about the admission of even elders in their cricket club. Thereafter, he mentioned about the admission of even elders in their cricket club from that day. He also informed him about the expected purchase of brand new bats and balls. He also told his father about the expected purchase of brand new bats and balls by his cricket club. He told his father that their captain had asked him to tell that. Father understood the tricks of Swami. He interrupted. He didn't allow Swami to continue his talk. He interrupted and told him that they would see about that matter later. He strictly ordered Swami to sleep alone in his office room from that day. Father of Swami strictly told Swami to sleep alone in his office room from that day only. He didn't give any chance for Swami to change the subject and divert his attention. Swami realized that the matter had gone beyond his control. He understood clearly that his father's challenge had become command. Swami got the symptom that father's challenge had become a command. He knew very well strong decision of his father at such moments. He knew very well about strong decision of his father at such moments. Swami told his father of sleeping alone from the first day of next month. Swami played many tricks here. So he told his father of letting him to sleep alone in the office room from the first day of the next month. Father rejected his requests. Father denied his request and instructed him to do that work. Then he told Swami that it was very bad and shameful to sleep beside Granny or mother like a baby. Swami's father told that it was very shameful task to sleep beside the granny or mother like a baby, even though he was studying in second form. He reminded Swami that he was in the second form. He didn't like the way Swami was being brought up. He looked at his wife and said it. She asked him why he looked at her while he said it. She stated that she hardly knew anything about the Swami. Swami's father replied Swami's mother that he didn't mean her. She asked him to talk with his mother if she was smiling Swami. She asked him not to look at her. While making such statements, she turned away. So Swami's mother told her husband that she was not spoiling Swami. She indicated clearly that Swami's granny was spoiling Swami and making him sleep in the passage beside her. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and share. So give your feedback in the comment box. So thank you for watching this video.